Hello Capricorn, welcome back to the channel. I just pulled cards for you today and honestly, what came through was something I really needed to share with you right away. This reading is all about someone who has been spreading lies about you, and the universe is literally working overtime to expose them. The energy here is so clear, so direct, and I think you are going to feel validated by what comes through today. Before I dive into the cards, I just want to say that if you have been feeling like something was off, like people were talking behind your back or like someone was not being truthful about you, trust that feeling. Your intuition has been right all along. The cards are confirming what you already sensed. And more importantly, they are showing you that this situation is resolving itself in your favor. Let me share what I pulled for you today. I am going to go through each card slowly because there is so much happening here. And I want you to understand the full picture of what Spirit is trying to communicate. The first card that came out is the Five of Cups. And Capricorn, this card immediately tells me about the emotional damage that has been done. Someone has been spreading falsehoods about you, and it has caused you real pain. This is not just gossip that you brushed off. This affected you deeply. The Five of Cups shows someone standing there, looking at 3 spilled cups while 2 cups remain standing behind them. This is you, focusing on what was lost, what was damaged by these lies. Maybe you lost friendships, maybe opportunities fell through, maybe your reputation took a hit in certain circles. Whatever it was, it hurt. But here is what I find really interesting about this card showing up first. The Five of Cups is not just about loss. It is also about the choice to turn around and see what remains. Those 2 cups behind you are still standing, still full, still available to you. Spirit is showing me that yes, damage was done, but not everything was destroyed. This person tried to ruin things for you, but they did not succeed completely. There are still people who believe in you, still opportunities waiting for you, still parts of your life that remain untouched by their negativity. I am also getting that this card represents the sadness you felt when you realized someone was actively working against you. There is a grief that comes with that realization. When you find out that someone has been lying about you, it is not just anger you feel. There is genuine sadness, especially if this was someone you trusted or someone you thought was neutral toward you. You might have asked yourself why. What did you do to deserve this? Why would someone go out of their way to harm your reputation? The Five of Cups validates those feelings. It says your grief is real, your disappointment is justified, but Spirit is also showing me something else with this card. The figure in the Five of Cups is wearing a black cloak, standing under a dark sky. Everything seems gloomy, yet there is a bridge in the background, a way forward, a path to something better. This is important because it tells me that even in your darkest moment, when these lies were affecting you the most, there was already a way out being constructed. The universe was already setting things in motion to expose the truth. You just could not see it yet because you were still processing the immediate pain. What I love about this energy is that the Five of Cups is a temporary state. It is not a permanent situation. People do not stay in Five of Cups energy forever. Eventually they turn around. Eventually they cross that bridge. Eventually they reclaim what is theirs. This card is telling me that you have been in the grieving phase, but you are about to move into the reclaiming phase. You are about to see that those 2 cups that remain standing are actually more valuable than the 3 that were spilled. Now let me move to the second card because this is where things start to get really interesting. I pulled the King of Wands and Capricorn. This is your energy. This is you stepping into your power, owning your truth, and refusing to be diminished by someone else's lies. The King of Wands is confident, charismatic, and completely unbothered by small-minded people trying to bring them down. This king sits on his throne with a salamander at his feet, representing transformation and the ability to walk through fire without being burned. Spirit is telling me that you are transforming through this experience. These lies, as painful as they were, are actually forging you into someone stronger. The King of Wands does not engage in petty battles. This king does not need to defend themselves constantly because their actions, their character, their results speak for themselves. People who know the King of Wands know who they really are. The lies do not stick because the truth of who you are shines too brightly. I am getting that you are moving into a phase where you are going to carry yourself differently. You are not going to be as affected by what people say about you because you will be so secure in your own truth. The King of Wands energy is about self-assurance that comes from within, not from external validation. Yes, it matters that the truth comes out, and it will, but even before that happens completely, you are already reclaiming your power internally. This card is also telling me that your natural leadership qualities, your creativity, your passion for what you do, these things cannot be hidden or diminished by lies. The King of Wands is too dynamic, too visible, too impactful to be destroyed by gossip. Think about it this way. When someone is truly powerful, truly doing important work, truly making a difference, there will always be people who try to tear them down. The fact that someone felt threatened enough to lie about you actually speaks to your power, not their credibility. Spirit wants you to understand that the King of Wands does not shrink. Even when attacked, even when lied about, this energy remains expansive. You are being called to embody this. Do not make yourself smaller to make liars comfortable. Do not dim your light because someone tried to cast shadows on your name. Instead, shine even brighter. Let your work speak for itself. Let your character demonstrate the truth. The King of Wands wins not by fighting in the mud but by staying elevated, staying focused on their vision, staying committed to excellence. The third card I pulled is the Six of Wands. And oh Capricorn, this is the victory card. This is the card of public recognition, of vindication, of everyone seeing the truth and celebrating you. After the Five of Cups showed the pain and the King of Wands showed your inner strength, the Six of Wands is showing the external result. The truth is coming out, and when it does, you are going to be recognized and honored. The Six of Wands shows someone riding through a crowd on horseback, holding a wand with a victory wreath, while people cheer and celebrate. This is you, Capricorn. After everything you have been through, after the lies, after the grief, after having to stand strong in your truth even when others doubted you, you are about to have a very public moment of vindication. People are going to see that you were right all along. They are going to see that the things said about you were false. They are going to witness your character in action, and they are going to celebrate you for it. What I find powerful about this card is that the Six of Wands is not just about personal satisfaction. It is about community recognition. This tells me that the lies affected your standing in a community, whether that is your workplace, your social circle, your industry, or your family. But the Six of Wands promises that your standing will not only be restored but elevated. You are not just going back to where you were, you are going higher. Spirit is showing me that some people who believed the lies are going to feel really foolish when the truth emerges. They are going to realize they were manipulated. They were fed false information, and they acted on it without verifying. Some of these people are going to come to you with apologies. The Six of Wands energy suggests you will handle this with grace, but you will also remember who stood by you and who did not. That discernment is important moving forward. I am also getting that this victory is going to feel sweet but also grounding. You are not the type to gloat or rub it in people's faces. The Six of Wands for you is more about the quiet satisfaction of knowing your integrity remained intact. You did not compromise yourself. You did not stoop to the level of the person who lied. You did not become bitter or vindictive. You stayed true to who you are, and that is why this victory is so meaningful. It is not just about being proven right. It is about being validated for staying aligned with your values even when it was hard. The fourth card is the Chariot. And Capricorn, this card is giving me chills because it represents determination, willpower, and moving forward despite obstacles. The Chariot is about harnessing opposing forces and directing them toward your goal. In this context, I see it as you taking all the negative energy that was directed at you, all the lies, all the attempts to stop your progress, and using it as fuel to propel yourself forward even faster.
The chariot driver sits in a chariot pulled by two sphinxes, one black and one white, representing duality and opposing forces. The driver must use skill and focus to get these sphinxes to move in the same direction. This is you, Capricorn. You have been dealing with opposing forces. On one hand, you have people spreading lies and creating obstacles. On the other hand, you have your own truth, your own goals, your own path. The Chariot is telling me that you are successfully navigating this, that you are not letting the opposition stop you, and that you are actually using the challenge to become more focused and determined. I am getting that this situation with the lies actually clarified something for you. It showed you who is really in your corner. It revealed the character of certain people. It forced you to get clearer about your boundaries and your standards. The Chariot energy is about taking control, and I feel like you have taken control of your narrative. You are not waiting for someone else to clear your name. You are actively demonstrating your truth through your actions, through your results, through the way you carry yourself. Spirit is also showing me that the Chariot represents momentum that cannot be stopped. Even when people tried to sabotage you, you kept moving. Maybe you did not move as fast as you wanted. Maybe the journey became harder than it should have been. But you never stopped. That persistence is about to pay off in major ways. The Chariot promises victory through determination, and Capricorn, you have that in spades. What I love about the Chariot in this reading is that it comes after the Six of Wands. This tells me that the victory is not the end. You are not going to win and then rest on your laurels. You are going to take that victory and use it as momentum to go even further. The person who lied about you wanted to stop you, but instead, they inadvertently pushed you to become more focused, more resilient, more unstoppable. The universe has a funny way of turning attacks into advantages, and that is exactly what is happening here. The fifth card is the Tower, and okay, this is the card that really confirms everything. The Tower is about sudden revelation, structures built on lies coming crashing down, truth being exposed in dramatic fashion. Capricorn, this card is not about you. This card is about the person who has been lying. Their house of cards is about to collapse spectacularly. The Tower shows a tall tower being struck by lightning, with people falling from it. It represents destruction, but specifically the destruction of things that were built on false foundations. This person built a narrative about you based on lies. Maybe they convinced some people, maybe they created some temporary chaos in your life. But the Tower is saying that none of it was built on truth, which means none of it can stand. I am getting that the exposure is going to be sudden and undeniable. This is not going to be a slow trickle of information. This is going to be a lightning bolt moment where everything becomes crystal clear to everyone involved. The truth is going to come out in a way that leaves nitrogen monoxide room for doubt, nitrogen monoxide room for interpretation, nitrogen monoxide room for this person to wiggle out of accountability. The Tower is ruthless in its revelations. Spirit is showing me that this person might have other lies they have told, other manipulations they have done, and the Tower moment is going to expose more than just what they said about you. When you pull at one thread of dishonesty, often the whole tapestry unravels. People are going to start questioning everything this person has ever said. Their credibility is going to be completely destroyed. Now, I know the Tower can feel like a scary card, but in this context, it is working in your favor. You are not the one experiencing the Tower moment. You already went through your difficult period with the Five of Cups. You already processed your grief. You already strengthened yourself with the King of Wands. You are already heading toward victory with the Six of Wands. The Tower is happening to the person who wronged you, and honestly, it is divine justice at work. What I want you to understand about this card is that you do not need to do anything to make this happen. You do not need to expose them. You do not need to fight them. You do not need to gather evidence or convince people. The universe is handling it. Spirit is handling it. The truth has its own power, and it is coming through like lightning. Your job is just to stay in your King of Wands energy. Stay focused on your path, and let karma do its work. The sixth and final card is the Page of Swords. And this card is so perfect for how this story ends. The Page of Swords represents messages, communication, information being shared, and the pursuit of truth. After the Tower destroys the lies, the Page of Swords is about the truth spreading. This is the gossip working in your favor now. This is people talking, but this time they are talking about what really happened. They are sharing the truth. They are spreading the word about the exposure. The Page of Swords is curious, investigative, and committed to finding facts. This energy tells me that people are going to start asking questions. Once that Tower moment happens, once the lies are exposed, people are going to want to know more. They are going to dig deeper. They are going to realize they were deceived, and they are going to be eager to understand the full story. Some people are going to feel guilty for believing the lies, and they are going to become almost advocates for why your truth. Making sure everyone knows what really happened. I am also getting that the Page of Swords represents you speaking your truth when the time is right. Not in a defensive way, not in a desperate way, but in a clear, factual, calm way. When people come to you wanting to hear your side, you are going to be able to share it with the composure of someone who has already processed their emotions and come to peace with the situation. Your words are going to be powerful because they will be measured, honest, and undeniable. Spirit is showing me that this Page of Swords energy also represents new information coming to light. Maybe you will discover how the lies started, who was involved, why it happened. Sometimes understanding the full picture brings a sense of closure. The Page of Swords is about gathering all the pieces of the puzzle until the complete image is visible. You are going to get that clarity, Capricorn. What I love about ending on the Page of Swords is that this card is youthful and energetic. After everything you have been through, you are not going to be bitter or hardened. You are going to move forward with renewed curiosity about life, with your mind sharp, with your communication clear, and with a commitment to always speaking and living your truth. The Page of Swords does not let experiences make them cynical. Instead, they learn, they adapt, and they become wiser. So Capricorn, let me bring this all together for you. You experienced real pain from someone's lies, as shown by the 5 of Cups. But you transformed that pain into power with the King of Wands energy. You are heading toward public vindication with the 6 of Wands. You have unstoppable momentum with the Chariot. The person who lied is about to experience a devastating exposure with the Tower. And the truth is going to spread far and wide with the Page of Swords. The universe is on your side in this situation. Spirit keeps exposing this person because lies cannot stand in the presence of truth. Every time they try to maintain their false narrative, something happens to contradict it. Every time they think they got away with it, another piece of evidence emerges. They are caught in a cycle of exposure that they cannot escape because they build everything on deception. Your role in all of this is to maintain your integrity. Stay focused on your goals, and trust that the truth is powerful enough to defend itself. You do not need to become someone you are not in order to fight this battle. The King of Wands in you is already enough. Your character, your track record, your energy, these things speak louder than any lie ever could. I want you to know that this experience, as difficult as it has been, is actually preparing you for bigger things. When you go through something like this and come out the other side with your integrity intact, you become almost untouchable. You develop a level of confidence and inner strength that cannot be shaken by external circumstances. You learn who your real supporters are. You clarify your values. You become more discerning about who you allow into your inner circle. The 6 of Wands victory that is coming is not just about this specific situation being resolved. It is about you stepping into a new level of personal power and public recognition. When people see how you handled this, how you did not crumble, how you did not become bitter or vengeful, they are going to respect you even more. Your reputation is not being destroyed by these lies. It is being refined, strengthened, and ultimately elevated. As we close out this reading, I just want to remind you to be gentle with yourself during this process. The 5 of Cups showed real grief, and that is okay. You are allowed to feel hurt by betrayal. You are allowed to be disappointed in people who believed lies about you. You are allowed to take time to process everything. Healing is not about pretending everything is fine. It is about acknowledging the pain while also choosing to move forward. And remember, the Tower moment for this person is not about you being vindictive or wanting revenge. It is simply the natural consequence of living in deception. Eventually, everything built on lies falls apart. That is not you causing harm to them.